This is going to be a short, bulletproof guide to getting shredded quick. Hello and a big welcome back to my channel. Now, first things first, where the hell have I been? So essentially, I've just been super busy with work, both my online coaching business and my face-to-face coaching business, and I genuinely have not had the time to record any YouTube content. And when I tell you I hate the time excuse, I absolutely mean that. However, I've literally been getting up at 5 AM every single day, working flat out to around, 9 PM, going to sleep, rinsing and repeating. So I genuinely have not had the time. However, due to some diary adjustments, I can now commit to getting a video out every single week yet again. So every Sunday, expect an upload from me, non-negotiable, starting from today. So let me give you a little bit of a life update, and then from there I will delve into how to get sub 10% body fat in 5 weeks. So as I mentioned, I've been so busy with work, and honestly, I feel absolutely blessed to be able to say that I do what I love for a living, and I can't thank all my clients and everyone who supports me and my business enough for allowing me to do what I love to do. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, as well as work, I've also been to Dubai for 8 days and I absolutely loved it. I went out there for 4 days on my own initially, where I went to a coaching mastermind. I spent time learning about business, about mindset, and spending my time around people who are a lot more successful than I am. And honestly, it was an epic event. Super inspiring. I learned so much from the overall trip itself, but in particular, those 4 days were amazing. My pal then joined me out there for the following 4 days, and we literally checked out every single gym there was to check out. We went to the desert, we went for some lovely meals, and it was probably one of the best trips I've had this year. Obviously, America was much better. And whilst I've been grafting, whilst I've been traveling, I've also been prepping for my first ever photo shoot. I'm currently 2.5 weeks out, hence why I'm wrapped up in a top, hoodie and gilet inside, because my body fat is extremely low right now, which means I'm pretty damn cold. Now, of course, when the shoot goes ahead on the 21st, I will share a full behind the scenes YouTube video. But I essentially decided to do this around, well, shoot days the 21st, and it was 9 weeks prior that I was like, right, I'm gonna get shoot ready, let's do this. So essentially, before the big day, before my first ever shoot, I wanted to go through a sort of no BS approach to getting lean quick. Now, first things first, I have got lean before plenty of times for different holidays. Earlier this year, I went to Ibiza and I got pretty lean. I'll flash up a picture of that now. However, I have never been photo shoot lean. So that is why I actually invested in a coach for this process. And honestly, it's been a really good experience. I've loved working with my coach. It's given me that support and structure that has really helped me through this process, because getting really lean within 9 weeks is not fucking easy. Don't get me wrong, I'm pretty motivated, I'm pretty disciplined. I literally can't remember the last day I had a day at the gym. So from a motivation and discipline perspective, look, I don't need a coach. However, to have someone who I can bounce ideas off, to have someone who provides me with my training program, to have an extra layer of accountability, and of course, help me throughout the whole dieting phase has been absolutely massive. So honestly, I cannot recommend enough getting a coach. Link in bio if you do want to book a call with me. So enough of me yabbering on. How did I go from this to this in the space of around 5 weeks? This is going to be a short, bulletproof guide to getting shredded quick. So first of all, the absolute fundamental thing you need to be doing is you need to be eating in a calorie deficit, and this is absolutely essential. And if you want to get lean quick, the calorie deficit needs to be pretty substantial and aggressive. So if you're not willing to suffer a little now for that long-term pleasure of looking absolutely shredded, then just stop the video and go and watch something else. So essentially, we started off, for me, 1900 calories on training days, 1800 on rest days, and now we've dropped it down to 1800 or around about 1800 calories on training days and 1700 on rest days. So calories are currently pretty damn low, and we've tightened up the carbohydrate side of things as well. So right now I'm feeling pretty depleted. But of course, if you want shreds quick, this has to be the approach, okay? Now, normally from a fat loss perspective with my clients, I teach a very sustainable approach that creates longevity and a lifestyle change. But for me personally, I'm working towards a photo shoot in 9 weeks, and of course had a bit of body fat to drop to make sure I look as shredded as I possibly can on the day. Hence why we've gone super aggressive. Now, of course, it's also really, really important that you get your protein really, really high. So aim for anywhere between sort of 1.2 to 2 grams of protein per kilo of body weight. That high protein, okay, is number one, going to help you stay fuller for longer. And also number two, is going to help with the growth and repair of your muscles. Now, with this aggressive approach to a calorie deficit, I cannot stress enough how much easier it is if you eat the same shit every single day. This is going to make it easier as it's going to take away any of the guesswork and any other temptations, and it's also just going to give you that routine. So for example, I know exactly what I'm having every single day. I know I have my cream of rice in the morning. I know for lunch I have my chicken, rice and veg. I know for a snack I have a protein shake. For dinner I have my beef, potato and veg, and then my dessert is Greek yogurt, protein powder and raspberries. And yes, does it get a little bit boring? Of course it does. However, I have a goal in mind, I have a look in mind, and I want to achieve that. So again, as I said earlier in the video, if you're not ready to make sacrifices to get as diced as you can in as short time frame as possible, then just stop the video now. Now, the final thing I want to say with regards to sort of the aggressiveness of the calorie deficit, okay, you can afford yourself to have one off-plan meal per week. And this has been an absolute game changer for me. I've used Saturday evenings as my off-plan meal day. And honestly, when it comes to sort of Friday and Saturday throughout the day, all I can think about is that off-plan meal, okay? And what that does, it gives me that little bit of a mental reset, and it also satiates me a little bit more, okay? Yes, by Sunday, I'm back to eating the same shit, and of course, Sunday's my rest day, so I'm back down to 1,700 calories, so it is tough. However, that off-plan meal helps. So if you're going aggressive with your cut, make sure you implement a off-plan meal per week. Now let's talk training. My training split for the last, what are we, 2.5 weeks out now, 5, 6, 7, for around 7 weeks or so, has been push, pull, legs, rest, and then it's been shoulders and arms, and then legs again. And of course, as we know, there is no perfect training split for you to follow, okay? It all depends on what you can commit to over the course of a week. And I actually put together a video that highlights sort of what split is gonna be optimal for you depending on how many times you can commit to training to per week. And you can find that right here. Just make sure that throughout this process, you are prioritizing lifting weights over cardio. Lifting weights is gonna help build muscle, which is gonna increase your metabolism, which is gonna help turn over those calories quicker, which is gonna help increase your calorie deficit. Also, lifting weights is gonna help sculpt and tone your body so you look sick on the day of whatever day you're aiming for, whether you're trying to get cut for a holiday, cut for a shoot, whatever. And make sure that you are lifting at least 3 days a week, okay? At the very least 3 days a week for this process. Now let's talk cardio. Now, of course, as mentioned, you want to prioritize lifting weight. However, we still want to add an element of cardio in there. So what I recommend you do is incorporate 15 minutes of low intensity steady state cardio, either pre or post lifting, okay? So every time you lift, pre or post, 50 minutes of steady state cardio. Now, I personally prefer do it before because it gets me pumped for my workout, gets me warm, and also I can sip on my pre-workout as I do it. Sometimes I do it after, but personal preference is to do it beforehand. Now, on your rest days, I want you to aim for around 45 minutes worth of low intensity state cardio. Again, this is going to help with the extra turnover of calories and just put you deeper into a deficit. With regards to what to do, I would go Stairmaster, incline tread, or maybe a cross trainer. It is entirely up to you, whatever your preference is. And as well as your extra cardio, non-negotiable, you want to hit 10K steps daily, okay? Don't tell me you don't have time for 10K steps, okay? Everyone has time for 10K steps, okay? I know earlier I said I didn't have time to put YouTube content out, but steps is literally walking, okay? So non-negotiable, 10K steps every single damn day. And the final thing I wanted to cover on this video was sleep. Now, obviously, you're going to be in quite a deep calorie deficit, so you need to make sure you're prioritizing your sleep so you can recover well, so you don't feel absolutely cooked. Look, you're going to be tired and lacking energy anyway. So don't make it worse for yourself by not getting your 7 hours of sleep per night. You need to make sure you're prioritizing your sleep. Shit will get tough. You're going to be low energy. You're going to be tired. And sleep is absolutely essential for the production of testosterone. And of course, without adequate sleep, your hunger hormones go all out of sync, which is not what you need when you're trying to cut, because you don't want those cravings. You're going to crave things anyway, but you don't want to make it worse for yourself and crave things even more than you need to be. So make sure you are getting 7 hours of sleep every single night. Non-negotiable. Now, disclaimer, an aggressive cut is not fun. I have spent the whole day today feeling horrific, exhausted. However, my coach has programmed me a refeed this evening, which I'm absolutely ecstatic for. But does it get results? Yes, this aggressive approach is not sustainable, but does it get results quick? Absolutely. This picture here was me when I started. This picture here was me 4 weeks out. That is 6 weeks worth of progress. So look, this works. It is not sustainable. You're not going to be able to do it for the long term, but if you want to get shredded quick, this is the best method. Anyway, I didn't want to make this a super long video. I do have other videos on how to get shredded, how to build muscles, so make sure you check those out. But I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a life update and hopefully provide a little bit of value. I will be posting every single Sunday from now until the new year, and then from then on. Okay, so if you do have any suggestions, anything you want to see on the channel, please don't hesitate to drop it in the comments down below. I've got some exciting plans in the pipeline already. Obviously, I'm going to do behind the scenes of the photo shoot. Super excited for that. Hopefully, I bring an awesome look. And I'm also going on one more holiday to finish off the year. My girlfriend is taking me away for my birthday. My birthday is actually in January, but we're going to go away back end of December for the new year. So I will be doing some vlogs out there as well. We're going to check out some gyms. It's going to be super exciting. I don't actually know where I'm going yet, but I'm sure I'll be able to find a gym out there regardless. But anyway, that is it from me. Again, sorry for the absence. I will be back every single Sunday from here on in. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. It really helps me out. Drop the video a like, and peace.